Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of Utah Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I gotta say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah.
This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people. And Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's the real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. It's that Utah.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
#1 podcast.
Larry Frank, what's up, big dog? What's going on, Frankie dog? What's up, Frank?
Friday night, I'm good. What's up, baby? What's happening?
Hey, it's a Friday night, man. It's a Friday night, man. Utah family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D, and I got that guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. with me in the building. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby.
Yes, sir.
Kane Nation, what the hell it do? What's going on? What's going on, Larry Frank? We got a guest waiting in the back room, Larry Frank.
Yes, we
We got
do.
somebody. We got a big time guest in the back room, y'all. We got a little
Must
surprise.
be nice.
What's up? Y'all, we got the Utah favorite in the background. We finna bring him in, man. We gonna bring him in. So we just warming it up right now, man. So everybody, man, we hope you having a great Friday, man. I hope you had a good week. And we got a lot to talk about tonight, Larry Frank, man. How your Friday going, brother? How you been?
Friday's going good, man. Going good, man. I'm on the tail end of my vacation, man. So I was off, but I wasn't off. But hey, I'm just loving what I do and doing what I love.
That's what's up, man. Hey, shout out to the super producer, man, him Theo, Mr. King Judge.
KJ Production in the building.
Hey, King Judge, what's going on, big dog? What's going on? So, Larry,
Yes,
I
sir.
think it's about that time, man, without any further ado, man. I think we need to bring the man in, the legend, him Theo. What you say about it, Larry? The man, him Theo, bring him on in here, the Utah fan favorite, Utah family. I want y'all to welcome the OG, the man that started this, Mr. Melvin Brand, a.k.a. the Dunn Daughter, is in the building. Utah family, welcome him up in here, man. Mr. Melvin Brand. What's going on, man? He's in the building. The Dunn Daughter is in the building. What's
Larry
up?
Frank. Well, Larry
Yes, sir.
Frank, what's up?
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, little bro?
What's going on, Mr. B? How you doing today?
Man, listen. First off, let me ask y'all a question, Dev. That intro, is that every week or that was just for me this week?
No, that's every week.
That's every week.
So you got Mel B coming in on every week on Friday?
We rep you, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue you because you ain't get my permission.
I got permission when you came to the video shoot. That was my permission. Mr. B, what's up, man?
Man, listen, you know what? I love y'all, dog. You and Frank, listen, I'm going to tell y'all, hey, Utah fans, check this out. Y'all check it out. Mel B is on vacation. I only did it for these brothers right here because I love them. He's my dude. I'm in Aruba. I'm walking around with a muscle shirt, a thong, and some leg warmers on, dude. You know what I'm saying? So look, y'all look at the background. Look, I got the cool. Look at it.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yes,
Y'all can't see the
absolutely.
background. Y'all can't see the background. The ocean right there, cuz.
Look at the big dog.
No, I'm in Aruba. I'm getting ready to see Mary J. Blige on Saturday. I got Do Edition on Sunday. Y'all
There it
remember
is.
Mike Apple's concert tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I don't care about comedy because Tommy Davis is my dog. But anyway, man, I'm in Aruba. I hang with y'all, dog. You know what? It's got to be love. Must be live.
There you go, man.
There you go.
Lil B
There
is
you
in the
go.
building. Melvin Brand is in
It's
Utah
Utah,
tonight on a
baby.
Friday night, man. He's out of the country, man, but he's with yours truly, the Utah family, man. We want to say thank you for joining us tonight, man. We got a lot to talk about, man, and I mean, everybody know the big news. and we're going to go ahead and let you talk about this and bring you in to start it off, man. Alonzo Highsmith is now the general manager of the Miami Hurricane football program. Mr. Bratton, talk to us about this, man. How did this happen?
Man, listen to me. I posted on Facebook, I don't know if you've seen it today, that this is history being remade again. When he and I started this whole trend, when we both was talking in high school in 1983, and we took trips. I went to Ohio State, Pitt, Michigan, Texas A&M was doing it still where they doing it. They sent a private plane to pick up me and Tommy Streeter, the senior, and also Talbot Bain, and flew us into College Station. So they had that oil money way back when. I mean, they was gangsters back then. So right now, everybody mad with them, and Nick Saban upset with the people. They've been eating and breaking bread for a long time. So when me and High was on the phone, bro, like I said, in high school in 1983, I don't know how many years. Come on, one of y'all smart dudes, Larry Frank, calculate that. How many years it is to the day from 83? I can't count that far.
29 years.
Well,
Larry Frank is the guy.
See, there he is, old fake mathematician behind dude. old fake Dr. Seuss. Old fake Dr. Seuss.
Wait, hold on. My bad. I'm off.
That's 40
39 years.
39. I'm gonna say 40, dog. We tripping because our reunion
I'm
coming
tripping.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired. But carry on.
He had the same class all day in the same room in that portable. Same teacher, and y'all had lunch. They bought lunch to y'all in that same little hall, in the same dark hall.
Straight up. Lunchables and Sprites.
That is. No, they ain't had lunch back then. No. Y'all had mayonnaise and peanut butter jelly sandwich. Hey, but no, listen. Man, y'all stop, man. I'm trying to be serious, man, for once in my life, man. No, so listen, dog, this history. So me and Howard was, man, listen, we've been talking about this, man, on a daily, you know what I'm saying? When he first got in with Green Bay Packers, I'm the one got him hired because I was the Washington Redskins director of pro personnel at the time, and he ain't gonna tell y'all this story, but I got to take the credit for getting him in the league to be a scout because he had called me, and Ron Wolf, the great Ron Wolf, general manager for the Packers, he wanted to interview Alonzo, bring him in. So I told High, I said, listen, this is what you do. There's certain things that you would, I say, don't do running backs, wide receivers, you know, saying DBs, a skill guy. You got to learn how to do the interior guys to impress, you know, say your general manager. They want to know, can you, inside, in those trenches, that's where the game is really won and lost, inside. So I educate them on how, you know, saying the things to look for. The words decent, okay, and good, I told them, I said, do not write those. I said, explain why the kid has good hands. Explain why he has good speed, a decent speed. Explain the word okay. Those are lazy cop-outs for scouts. They don't like elaborating because a lot of them don't know the ball blowing up for stuff. But I had told him, I said, you had to write that out. So I had him go through that. So he went in for the interview with Ron Wolf. Ron Wolf stopped him in the middle of him watching film. First day he gave him O-line, D-line, and those positions. And he said, son, you never coached or never played before. I mean, you never coached or scouted. How did you know how to write this? Of course, he gave Mel B the prop, said, man, no, my college roommate, Mel Bratton, helped me. Anyway, he got hired. Long story short, his journey started then. So over the last couple of years, you know, Lonzo got about 20 plus years. He got Super Bowl rings. He's done it all. I mean, as far as on the field, been a top 3, you know, 3rd pick of the Houston Oilers. He went boxing. He was the sorriest dude. He the only person I know get knocked out. That boy, hey dog, Larry Frank, the boy get knocked out in the first round. Me and Tyler Bain, we flew to Houston to go watch his first match, right? The hospital a workout phenom. He like to get up at 5 in the morning. Even today, he gets up. Him and Mario, they're gonna be racing to the office because he be in the office at 5, and he always got up. We could go clubbing, hanging out. He still get up. So he all of a sudden now we want to saw his match. Man, he got dropped, dog. I'm talking about and got up, and he'll win the fight. He'll come back and win every fight, and then he beat Gastineau, which was garbage anyway. That's the worst fight ever. So I'm like, dog, what are you doing, man? Get your life together, boy. You ain't got nothing to do. You, Frank Gore, garbage too. Frank got knocked out. You saw that.
Frank Gore knocked somebody out about 2 weeks ago, though. Frank Gore knocked somebody out about 2 weeks ago.
He dropped somebody. Yeah, that knockdown he took was an exhibition, but the headline I saw was that they're giving him credit as being undefeated because that was his first pro bout.
Man, listen, man. Okay, I want to know the dude he knocked out. He probably came from the liquor store and was drinking that 40. You know what I'm saying? OE. He was drinking OE. The other dude was drinking OE. That's why he got, man, smoking weed and all kind of stuff. And that don't count, man. So anyway, these dudes want to get in the boxing ring and do this thing. So anyway, fast forward over the last 2 years, bro. You know, Highsmith, you know what I'm saying? He's been named and mentioned for general manager jobs and the whole deal. But he always talked about, you know what I'm saying, before the Mario situation, before Manny Diaz situation, he was like, look, man, the one job that I would really, I ain't gonna say the word die, but I would just basically kill for it. And I'm gonna use the word kill. I'm sorry. We had just a prayer to you know, all of this shootings and all this kind of crazy stuff going on for those kids, man, out there in Texas, man. That's, you know, well, yeah, peace up, you know what I'm saying, for the families, man, and prayers up real strong for them, man. That I got a 10-year-old daughter, and I'm sitting there with tears watching this, and you know, it could have been me as a parent, you know what I'm saying. So I'm asking for you know, grace and give and prayer for those families. But anyway, so me and Bruh had been talking about this, and he's like, man, I would leave the NFL for this job. I said, how, be patient. Last year, y'all heard the rumors with Manny, you know, this, that, they went back and forth. Manny, you know, went another direction. You know, he took hired Ed Reed. So I said, hi, it's not your time. I said, patience is a virtue, bro. I said, it wasn't meant for you to be in that group right there. I said, just sit tight. It's gonna happen. Sure enough. So we kept talking all year, and he kept being antsy. He lives, and I mean, we all bleed orange and green, bro. Y'all know that, just like y'all, and y'all younger Kings, man. So you know that class of '83 was special. So we sitting there like, man, just going back and forth. What else? He said, man, if I get in, man, this, that, I'm going to change this. I want to do this. I mean, the evaluation process, we're going to make sure we hit everything. I'm going to put a circle around West Palm Beach South like Howard did. You know what I'm saying? Keep the talent home. So, I mean, his mindset, dude, when I tell you, this dude called me, and I called Devin right after I hung up the phone. When he said it was official, Devin knew before everybody, you know what I'm saying, around the country, before Liz, Mother, all these people dropped their stuff, Susan. Dev knew. I said, Dev, it went down. He got it. He said, man, are you serious? I said, yeah. So my bro, he got it. So now I talk to him every day. He is so excited. He's flying in on Sunday, and 29th, he's going to do his ritual, go to the hole in the wall, which Craig Harrison owns the wing spot, and he's going to, you know, watch some, you know, basketball. And Tuesday morning, him and Mario will be racing. You know what I'm saying? Like Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith be racing to take the door. That's how them two were racing to get to the door, who the first one in. And I heard Jason Teller is a workaholic as well, man. JT, they said Jason is in there, and he's serious about his craft as well. So, man, to have all the football minds, and I mean, you name it, Kevin Steele, you know what I'm saying? My boy from Florida, what's my man name? We fight all the time. The DB coordinator, man, the head coach, the brother from Texas.
Charlie Strong.
Charlie Strong. Yeah, Charlie be talking to him. Man, Charlie gonna fight next time I see him. Tell Charlie, you get your set on. Y'all know what? Y'all get pay-per-view on that. But I'm gonna fight on y'all channel on stream. and me and Charlie gonna fight. He be talking to him when I got knocked out by Jarvis Williams. So he still bring that up. So I'm hot to him about that. But no, man, this is like history. And Dev, you was at the Canes for Life meeting when we had, you know what I'm saying, that whole ceremony. And it wasn't until the bash Manny get him out of there. But the first thing I said on that microphone, the next guy that comes in that building has to walk through Green Tree in the beginning, come to that door, and keep going and put his cleats on at the hex. I'm sorry, first come through the hex and then get all the way through that building, change to put on some cleats and go through the Green Tree. If he hadn't done that, we don't need to talk about hiring him because they don't understand the psyche of our mindset, man. This thing. I'm in Aruba. I'm gonna send you the picture, Deb. You can post it. It's a dude pull out a towel, dog, and held it up. And I'm sitting there, chilling, smoking a little stogie. I looked and I took a picture, dude. I got up. I said, man, how far you go back? He said 1990. I said, you young. To see Chubb Rock didn't even have a hit back then when you was looking at this foolishness. But me and bro chopped it up, and we talked. He said, man, what you doing? I told him. He said, oh my God, bro, in Aruba, they throwing it for you. We are back, bro, to the point where y'all get ready, man. Like I said, we're probably about a year or two away. But like I said in my post, it's time to get back to the national prominence. It's time to win, and continue to win. We ain't talking about one championship. We ain't talking about two. We ain't talking about three. We need to run 5 in a row. And we're finna go get Nick record and finna run the table on this here, man. We finna run it.
Come on.
Preach on it.
Come on. What you got for him, Larry Frank? Go ahead.
Man, I just want to say that, you know, when I found out I was just overly excited because I immediately thought about just from the top to the bottom, from the office on down to the field and all of that. And I thought about it. I'm like, I can't name another coaching staff in the country that is all Miami, all invested in their team from the top to the bottom. No other team has it. So I'm just excited, man. I'm loving it because I know that at least from the football aspect of it, it's going to be all Hurricane football, all progression, all, no excuses. And that's something that I know we've been lacking for so long. So I'm just loving it.
This dude here, man, the thing is, we're not going to miss not one player, at all. So the thing is, he's going to set up something too where every film, like we have so many Canes all over the country that's kids are playing little league, high school, college ball that's being missed. So now if one of the former Canes see a kid at a park or see a kid at high school, we now will have an outlet for him to shoot his film, like the kid that you've been talking about, Devin, shooting that in. So now we're going to look at every single kid, but he's going to look at every single kid and make sure, and you make sure the kid can't play. If the kid can play, those 2 stars and 3 stars, we don't care about those stars. We're going to get football players.
Preach.
So,
Come on.
Who the heck giving out these damn 5 stars, whatever. They ain't never the ball blown up or stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
there you go. We've been talking about that for the longest. Talk it. Come on, man.
No, bro. I mean, you put a guy some short and he run a deep route and catch a bomb. Oh, he's the number 1 receiver in the country. Man, can he go downfield and punch somebody out? Is he an all-around player that's sinking his hips and in out his beat, you know what I'm saying, his breaks as far as blocking? It ain't just about catching the ball. You got to be, when the ball's not in your hand, how effective are you as a wide receiver? So how getting ready to set their whole entire precedent of evaluation to the knowledge that this position is going to be created or try to be duplicated throughout the country, but they can't. Ain't never one Alonzo Highsmith. You know what I'm saying? It's only one.
Right.
Wow. So with him coming on as the general manager, like you saying that you're giving it like a year or two away. What do you think? What are the expectations this year? Do you feel like that there's enough talent on the roster this year, constructive, like to be able to make a run at the ACC championship? What are your thoughts on that?
I think so, because you know what, the mindset, we're going to win 2 extra games just on the presence of who we have on the sideline and the staff and the coaching, because we got to hold everybody accountable, and that's the problem we never had, that nobody holds each other accountable. Everybody worry about likes and worry about, you know what I'm saying, they make one play, they done got beat 51-0, and they showing 1 catch and on Instagram and showing the chicks that he made a play. Boy, I'd be up under the bed if we get smashed like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody's going to hold everybody accountable. I think that North Carolina run is going to be over. That Virginia Tech pop up and won and fight. And then we in a dog fight with Duke for at least 3 quarters. You know what I'm saying? All that, we want to, listen, going forward, I pray this year, the score going to be 7-0 every time before we kick the ball off. And that's our mindset. And we got to have that mindset now. 7-0. So right now, bookies or whoever, I ain't no gambler, nothing like that. It's 7-0 right now on every game coming out, whoever we play. And that's the mindset we're going to have. So, yes, I see us coming to the point. We're going to win games that we have been losing in the last 5 years or whatever,
Go ahead, Frank.
I don't really want to transition too soon, but I have to, given Eric Myrick's question. He wanted to know if you thought the NIL would slow us down, but before you kind of chime in on that, if we're speaking about the NIL, do you think that part, and this is what what I really thought about, because I read his duties. I read that it's administration and player development, culture development, scouting, all of that. With the rant that we saw last week from that guy in Tuscaloosa, I don't even respect him anymore after the way he went at Prime. But the rant that we saw, it seems to me that, as Prime said, he was lobbying for more money from the people, from the boosters and everything, because technically the coaches cannot solicit NIL money. So is it safe to say that with this hiring that it's going to make it easier? Not that he's going to go out and solicit NIL deals, But with his hiring and with everything and his involvement and his outreach in the community and everything, that now you're gonna get that little bit more money coming in, get a little bit more attention, a little bit more opportunity for our guys now.
Of course. I mean, well, let's give a shout out to my folks, the Ruiz, the Ruiz group. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? John, Alex, you know what I'm saying? Lil John. Listen, man, those dudes have really came and they opened a can. The Moss brothers, you know what I'm saying? You got so many people. We never had that. You know what I'm saying? When we played, and I hate to say this, but we didn't have alumni like that. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? We could barely get a pizza, you know what I'm saying, from Domino's, you know what I'm saying? So Papa John
Right.
wasn't even around. So we struggled, you know what I'm saying? So the streets looked out for us, you know what I'm saying? The homies made sure that was taken care of, you know what I'm saying? So to have these type of people who are now billionaires, the B word, we didn't have that in South Florida like that. If they were, they was hiding up under the bed, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Texas A&M been doing it, bro. I mean, '83 they sent a private jet to Opelika Airport to pick me up, an inner city kid. I ain't never flew private in my life. You know what I'm saying? They said they didn't want me to fly to Houston and then drive an hour down. They dropped me on the tarp and had 5 players sitting there with brand new cars there, you know what I'm saying, to pick me up. So that's '83, bro. So it's kind of hard, but they got to get control of the NIL stuff. They do, because I think it's going to ruin college football, because, you know, me being a sports agent right now, I'm recruiting a couple of kids that top players, and one of the kids was in his feelings. I mean, as far as, you know, the offensive guy getting all the love, and the defensive guy who's a projected first round pick didn't have anything. So that locker room, and they see the flashes, they see what's going on, you know what I'm saying, that's happening, and that mentally that bothers, you know what I'm saying, those kids like that. So you do have some of the jealous spirits that's in there. One thing I love about when we played in the era, somebody asked me the other day, would you miss college? What did you miss about? I did an interview with Jim Marks. He said, where are they now, sector? I just did it the other day. He said, if you had a chance to do college, what do you miss about it? I said, you know what? The camaraderie, as far as us pitching pennies together, ordering pizza late night, trying to figure out what the next meal was. We didn't see dollars. We didn't see millionaires. We didn't see Escalades and Bentleys, you know what I'm saying, in our parking lot. So if I could have stayed at college for 10 years and played at a minimum out of state at college, because we get the next level, the political side of it is stressful. These kids, a lot of them fail. They out of the league in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So the camaraderie that you have right now in college is something that you never get a chance to experience again in life.
Right.
Wow. So let me ask you this. When you say they got to get the NIL under control, what would you do, or what would you suggest, or what do you think that they should do in order to control, like, you know, because it's I understand kids want to make their money, and I think the kids should be paid because of, you know, the NCAA has been profiting off of you guys for the longest. But what do you think that should be put in place in order to control?
I think it should be a minimum, you know what I'm saying, like a NFL team, like a veteran minimum, you know, for a rookie coming in. As you grow each year, your money, you know what I'm saying, your second year, you got to put academics in there. If Knucklehead ain't going to class, he's fucking out. Why the hell are you going to give a kid and reward him on something like that? I think it should be milestones. Year 1, it should be a cap. Year 2, a cap. Year 3, then year 4, you know what I'm saying, like that. But every guy should receive something in period. But it's hurting the smaller schools, the black colleges. Deion is Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Prime after that Nick Saban fired, that shot was fired. And he just said, man, no, I'm not going to touch it. That's why it took so long to respond. He said, you know, I still respect Nick. See, that's what I love about Prime. He didn't, you know, go at Nick to the point like that. He could have fired shots and went at Nick, you know, and went at him real hard. But Prime said, you know what? I respect the OG. You know what I'm saying? Still. I still got love for him, but, you know, what he said, you know, wasn't true. But, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you get that pressure of he may have this is me speaking, y'all, so y'all can put it on ESPN and all that, Telemundo, all that. I don't care. I think Nick get a big bonus, a major bonus, when he was finished number one in that class. When his class number one, there's a contract, that there's a bonus structure that's kicked in to elevate him to another level. Never mind, me being an agent, looking at this here, why are you so salty about this? And you've been kicking butt and been number one every year. It has to be something financially that was a gain for him to be able to say, you know what, I'm pissed I fell to number 2, because he has a escalator clause in his contract, or somewhat, as far as him being the #1 in the class every year.
You look at, the budgets, because this is the thing that really got me after he had the rant. Jackson State's budget total is $8 million, of which Prime is only making a little over $3 million annually. Alabama's budget is $180 million, of which Saban's salary alone is $9 million. And it just really floored me, because it's like, it's not, and another thing is the way that he put it, the connotation, Texas A&M bought their class. Jackson State bought their play. No. Just like what Prime said in the tweet, he didn't buy them. Just like Travis Hunter saying, you know what, if I got $1 million, my mom still living in a 1-bedroom house with 5 kids or whatever. My thing with that is, when you really think about it, I think it's just that the NIL, Saban has been able to overcome everything over his coaching tenure. Now, you've had some guys, Dabo and a couple of other ones, that have been able to get over and beat him and this and that. But for the most part, Saban has always been there. He's always shook back. This NIL thing, Saban can't beat, because Alabama ain't got more money than that all money in Texas. And I'll tell anybody, if you look at the city, let's compare Tuscaloosa to Jackson, Mississippi. Don't compare the universities, let's compare the cities. Tuscaloosa ain't got nothing but the University of Alabama and a Walmart. Jackson, Mississippi got way more. And then when you start talking about the HBCU experience, I don't think Saban realizes that, if you take the pageantry of Division I football out and really let a kid get that HBCU exposure, me and Deb was talking about this the other day. If you've ever been on an HBCU campus during homecoming, that experience is like nothing else. So I don't think Saban realizes that you can rant and rave all you want. Some things you think you God, but you ain't God in this situation. You can't outdo what the NIL is bringing.
Man, you said a mouthful right there. The thing is, man, sometimes when you become that arrogant, like you say, they look at him as the guru, the GOAT, for Lane Kiffin to tell Prime to lay off the GOAT. He protected his forefather who got him opportunity. But, it's time, Nick, it's time for you to pass the reign on in a minute, Especially, don't ruin your credibility. You go out on top, And it's getting to the point where everybody done caught up. You got to realize, he's taught these dudes the game. He taught the head coach at Georgia, Kirby. He taught, Tennessee. He taught all of them know your tricks, your trades. So guess what? You done gave your mojo away. So now they know what you do and how you do it. So guess what? They finna flip the game on you. So why are you mad? You taught this. You created these monsters. I'm not calling them monsters, but you created these guys, and They know the Nick Saban way. They've been in the trenches with you. So now they just done took the game and duplicated for you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess my thing was too, Mr. Braden, man, was the way he said it about Deion, where it was like Jackson State gave the kid $1 million.
Yes.
It kind of seemed like what me and Larry Frank was talking about. It seemed like he was, it's just me. Again, I'm like you, whatever. But it seemed like he was saying that Deion gave the kid $1 million to me. And kind of like what he was trying to insinuate.
Man, listen, I know Deion. Deion, the cheapest brother in the world. He don't listen. I tell him in his face, and y'all can take this as real serious. Prime make $1 holler. Listen. When I lived in Dallas, for a minute. I was working for the Rams, and I ended up, after I went my divorce, I ended up living with Deion on his ranch in this big house. And before he even got on there, he had a barn. Man, the barn, dog, was like 5,000 square feet. I'm talking about, dog, laid, dog. I'm talking about laid. I'm living out there for about a couple of months before I made a move back to Miami. Man, Prime, listen, Prime, he don't even like going to 5-star restaurant. That dude love buffets, man. He haven't forgot where he come from. And that dude, he don't spend money crazy. Prime is the wealthiest dude that nobody knows what his value is. But, dog, he'll tell you, man, I don't want to, all them Ruth Chris and the Prime Steakhouse, all that. Man, that man rather go to Golden Corral and sit there and have a good time. That's why he did the commercial Golden Corral, helped his kids out in the Little League program. They would stop and eat. He wanted to have them have plenty of food, a lot of kids, and have a lot of things to eat. So Prime came from that era, and he remembers that, and he stays that way. And even at the combine one year, I made him supposed to meet up for whatever breakfast. He want to go to the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? So that's just him. You know what I'm saying? So Dion ain't getting to go back to what you saying. Prime ain't going. Listen, boy. Listen, man, that man got on Sassoon jeans. Probably still. He's wearing Sassoon back then.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Me and Frank was talking about it, man. It seems like he real salty, man. But nobody wasn't saying anything when Tua ended up in Alabama and his whole family ended up in Tuscaloosa. I'm just saying,
Right.
you know, when you had all of the wide receivers that was coming to Alabama, who Judy, Waddle, and Henry Ruggs, all them guys were there at the same time. I just think he's salty, Mr. B, because he ain't gonna be getting all of these so-called 5 stars. It's gonna be parity, just spread it out through the nation. I think he upset, man.
And Texas A&M done beat him already. So guess what? The confidence level for us them, man, they don't care. And we going to College Station, and we going up in there, and we expect to battle. I want to fight. We gonna fight. I don't know no predicament, no score, but all I want to do is see this team fight all the way to the fourth quarter to let them know and not to get laid down. Do not lay down. They cannot lay down.
The time frame for those games were announced this week. I think A&M is a 9 p.m. kickoff, I want to say. So primetime ESPN, which we predicted it. I mean, we said that, you know, that week 3 matchup, that had to be the marquee matchup. But I just can't help to think that maybe a little extra oomph in that scheduling was the fact that Nick Saban went directly at Jimbo. But then he took a shot at Miami basketball. Like, dude, why are you coming for Miami basketball? Like you don't play Miami basketball, dude.
No, he shot at the Ruiz family. He shot at John Ruiz, and John and Dion ended up talking.
Yeah.
And they ended up conversing and just kind of got together. And it wasn't about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're pushing Life Wallet. Life Wallet is a business. And, you know, like he said, John Ruiz got on social media and did an interview with what's the little fun looking dude? Feinbaum. He did an interview with Feinbaum, did a great job. Y'all need to see that interview, go pull it up. He did a great job. And he basically said that he looked at his marketing budget. If he had to go pay a marketing company to market Life Wallet, it would be like $1.8 million, something like that. So he said, why go give it to them? Let's spread it amongst these kids and make the Miami players the marquee guys of the Life Wallet. So he took that 1.8 and he flipped it over there to the kids as opposed to giving it to some big firm to do that. And it was brilliant. It worked.
Mm-hmm. So
if you're just joining the show, man, we got the great Mr. Melvin Brad on a Friday night.
It's you talk, baby.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I'm still jealous, man. You over there hanging out, man. You done love me and Frank over here, man. You over there hanging out real good, man. I'm jealous, man. I don't like that, man. You ain't asking little bro, did he wanna get on the private jet, man? He ain't say nothing, Frank. He just called me one day, man. I'm going to Aruba, man.
He comes in the building, you know, giving us the all world views and stuff like that. Man, look at this beautiful ocean behind me, man. I'm up here with old dirty river, a dirty bayou over here. You know what I'm saying? And you got beautiful blue water, man. I feel some kind of way myself, man.
Hey, man, hanging out real good. Hanging out good, Frank.
Call Jamal. Get Jamal y'all go pick up Larry Flake and y'all try to be like Chitty Chitty Baby and get with them trucks. And y'all try to break across the water with one of y'all doing Call Maul.
Hey, Jamal.
Tell Maul.
Hey, he told me to tell you what's up too. You get them you got that thing I sent you, right? He told me to tell you what's up.
Tell bro, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Get Maul. Tell Maul to drive y'all to Aruba.
You see it, Frank?
Man,
get back. Bite the Highsmith, man. Bite the Highsmith, man. Yeah. I just can't believe this, man. It's something we've been talking about, man. We've been speculating for the longest, man. It just feels good now that, you know, it seems like everybody is back around the program, man. How's the energy, man, down there, man? I mean, it just seems like it's how it used to be. Is that the same feeling you getting?
Listen, man. When I tell you, man, we doing a hammer. I'm doing an MC Hammer. Everybody right here. I'm doing a Dougie, and I'm doing a hammer at the same time, dog. Man, we so happy to the point where I told High, do not do that press conference unless I did. I'll get back Tuesday, bro. Do not do it until the 1st or the 2nd. So.
Then we lost.
Hey, no,
Oh, there you
y'all
go, there
there?
you go.
Y'all there?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
listen,
yeah. You good? You good?
Hey, listen, that's Hospital right there. Hold on, how can I can't add him in? Hold on, that's him calling me right now.
You should send out. Tell him to call. Hold on, I'm finna text you the call-in number. Or if you got his email address, text it to me. I'll send him a
All
link
right,
and bring him in.
I'm,
Send me his
I'm
email
finna,
address.
I'm finna,
Cool.
Yeah, that'll work, man. That'll work, y'all. We finna
Well,
try to get the man himself on, man.
wow,
Zoe
wow.
just called him, man. He just talking to him. We're gonna try to get him in here and send
Well,
him on, man, to come in here and talk to us, man. This crazy, man. Yeah, when he told me
while we're
about it,
trying to
man, I
work
was
on that, not to cut you off, D. I'm sorry,
No,
but
go
like
ahead,
I said,
brother. Go ahead, brother. You good?
while you're trying to work on that and possibly get another special guest, the man of the hour. I just think overall, man, this is just beautiful, man, for the program. I mean, Mario already has everything in line. He knows what he's going to do. Everything's already set up for success. And just look how much easier it's going to be and how much more in his favor it's going to be, man. It's just, and, bro, what more can you say?
What more you can say, man? Larry Frank, it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm finna get I'm finna try to get him in here. So any questions in the chat that you want to bring up and let people see what I'm trying to send this email.
Yeah, I'll go ahead right quick. Put this one right here by a guy B Mac. I know for a fact, I got facts that Nick Saban has bought plenty of players. There's no doubt about it. The irony with that is last year he was bragging on Bryce Young's $1 million deal. Well, I don't say brag, but he had commented last year on Bryce Young nailing a $1 million deal. So that really, I just thought it was real
MB
ironic.
is sent, not to cut you off, Frank.
Go ahead.
MB is sent. Tell A is sent, man. The invite is sent, man. So you guys can come back in, man. We'll bring y'all in when y'all come, man. It's exciting, man. It's exciting, man. Just
you talk
you
exclusive, man.
You talk exclusive, man. You guys come in, man. We got Mr. Melvin Brandon. We're trying to get I'm going to bring MB back in. You there?
Yeah. I just texted him
Okay.
and told him check his email and see if he come on. Yeah, let me see if he. I said I need you to jump on my brother's show. So we're talking about you right now.
Okay. Cole Breezy, what's up, bro? What's good?
What's up, homeboy?
What's going on, big dog? The homie in the building. B Mike, what's up? What's up, B Mike? What's going on? Nick Saban knows what's about.
Hey, hold on, bro. So I heard you got close. Who's on the show talking about they about to break my record as far as my audience? The download. Who was that?
Who was that? That was that probably was what's your boys that was on here?
Yeah, they tried to come close, but they couldn't touch me though. Remember, he got sick. The dude was bad. Like he fell short. You told me I had 16K or something like that.
Yeah, you talking about he talking about your boys, them Larry, who we had on. All black men.
You talking about Bell and Chief and Prentice and them? Yeah.
Yeah, we told them you break records when you come on here, man.
Yeah.
Man, who's it? Who them do? They a rap group or something? Who was talking about Chief and who was them people?
No, they got a podcast, man. They talk about
black men's mental
stuff,
health and stuff like that. Yeah, issues that black men with mental health and just mental health in general and stuff that's more specified towards us. It's pretty tight though. Pretty tight.
Okay, but they can't touch Mel B. They can't touch Mel B.
There you go. I'm finna bring him in, y'all. I'm finna bring him in, the man himself. Y'all welcome the OG. The OG is in the building. Alonzo Highsmith. What's going on, Mr. Highsmith? How you
Doing good. What's up?
Salute, sir.
Hey man, what you got? I don't know. You got glasses. You got shades on, dog. Where do you think you at, bro?
Man, it's sunny out here.
Where you ain't in Miami yet? It ain't
No,
sunny
I'm
in Seattle.
No, it's
Ain't
sunny
no
for one day.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy that. Well, go ahead, man. Hey, hi. We just got to talking real quick. I'm taking over the show right now. So listen, I'm in Aruba walking around with a muscle shirt with some leg warmers on, dog. And these dudes, they bother me right now. But to talk about you. So I said, look. One thing I told them, we had several conversations over the last couple of years. Well, longer than that, probably about 5 years. This was your dream job. I mean, you've done everything from being the third pick of the draft. You've been in won a Super Bowl as a scout. You've been in playoffs. And you've done it all. And you have achieved everything that any person in the sports arena has. this right here, our private conversations that we've had over the years, I want you to elaborate on the talks exactly that you told me personally that this is the dream job that you wanted to live and die in this position. You ain't dying no time soon, God rebuke that. But this is your job that you always wanted in life. Go ahead and speak it up and talk to my homeboys like that.
Oh yeah, you know what, man? I've often thought about this job in the past. I didn't know if it would ever materialize or anything like that, because there weren't many job titles with people of my qualifications around in college football. And I think the landscape has changed in college football. And as the landscape changed in college football, I began to think more and more about what me and Melvin had talked about in the past, and working as a GM, working with a program like the University of Miami, and boom, things happen for mysterious reasons that we have no answers sometimes. And, University of Miami had approached me a few years ago, and it didn't materialize. But Melvin, we had discussed it, said it wasn't the right time. And he was exactly right. It wasn't the right time. And, lo and behold, Mario comes to the University of Miami. I started talking to the heads of the University of Miami, and I started talking to, the people who make decisions at the University of Miami, and they decide to make a change in Blake James, and they fire Manny Diaz, and then they go with, they bring in Mario Cristobal, and then they bring in Dan Radakovich, and all of a sudden the timing's right. Everything seems right. The expectations for the program are raised. The bar level's raised. I wanted to be part of something that was special. I wanted to be part of something that was going to change the culture of the program, not just football, but the whole school, the city of Miami. And I think this is it, and that's why I joined.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Y'all go ahead, fellas. Y'all got my bro now. Don't be scared. Y'all soft, man. Come on, Larry.
Man, listen, you said you was taking over the show, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking you gonna lead the interview right now. You said you taking
Wait a
over.
minute.
We sitting here listening.
Hey,
I'm taking it here.
You can't get me on this and then leave, so you got to stay on here. So
I'm on here. I ain't going to work. I got the look at my jacuzzi hot. Look, boy, I'm balling.
See, there you go, stunned again. You see that? I told you, man. I got this old dirty bayou water behind me, and you run there with that blue.
But honestly, though, I want y'all. I'm gonna shut up. Let y'all go ahead, man. Larry, you got some questions. Devin, come on, y'all got the man on there. He gonna come back on, but y'all go to get some questions in, bro. I'm here.
First things first, Mr. Highsmith, congratulations.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Call me. I feel better if you just call me Zoe.
Okay,
I like that.
I'll call you Zoe. Hey, that mister, that's just something I always do. But hey, Zoe, congratulations. I think it's long overdue, well deserved. I'm gonna give you some flowers. Like when we first started talking, when I first met Mr. B, I told Mr. B how you guys shaped me as a fan, as a guy down here in little old Louisiana. Being a little boy watching you guys just revolutionize college football and just make it cool to be bad boys, man. Listen, nothing but love and shouts out to you. Go ahead.
No, I appreciate it. And, I think one of the things I didn't know when I chose to go to the University of Miami, because when I chose to go to the University of Miami, there was no reason for me to go to the University of Miami. They weren't playing in bowl games. They hadn't been in the Orange Bowl. My dreams growing up as a kid was the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and national championships. But I had never seen Miami in those type of places, and it wasn't until my senior year that I gave thought to University of Miami, and I really didn't even have them planned for a visit, because I was going to go to Michigan or Notre Dame or Pitt. University of Pitt or something like that, until my high school coach mentioned I really should go and talk to University of Miami, because I was a local kid, and I'm pretty highly recruited in the state of Florida and across the nation. So eventually I did, and that's where I met Melvin, and a bunch of us kids got together, and we let Howard Schellenberger tell us about a dream he had of becoming a dominant program. And he sold us on it. He said, you can go anywhere you want to go to school and play, but to make it special here in Miami would be something no one's ever done in history. And I think once he said that, I think that's what caught my eye. I think it influenced myself, Melvin Bratton, Jerome Brown, and all these people because we believed in Howard. And I think the most important thing you have to remember is I think all these players love the city of Miami. One of the reasons why I think it's pretty important me coming back is my affection for the city of Miami, my passion for the city of Miami, and what the city of Miami means to myself. And, hopefully we can bring some of that magic back and get the city behind us, because there's no cooler place in America to play football when everything's going right than the city of Miami. When Miami's winning, the dignitaries come out. You become not just a player, and like if you go to Alabama or LSU, you can be good, but when you come to Miami and you're good, you're a national brand. People across the nation say, I watch the University of Miami, I like those guys. And kids want to be like you at the University of Miami. And because it's just that type of school. It's like a USC, a city school. It's a place where it's cool to live, sunglasses, so hot weather, bikinis, beaches and all those sorts of things. It's not Tuscaloosa. It's not Baton Rouge. It's not Ann Arbor. It's Miami. And I think the people in the city take great pride, and Miami is such a diverse community. And, to get all the people behind you at the University of Miami, I think it's a great thing. And you know what? I come to Miami in a very humble manner. I'm not the savior to the school. I just want to be part of something special. And if we can all get together and get everyone over, I think we can do something unique.
What's the overall, just the overall feeling? Just the feeling in the next about what's about to happen. I mean, because when you're coming off of the heels of what happened the last couple of years, moving forward, what's those feelings like?
Well, I don't know it. I don't know much about the past because I wasn't involved in it and I only watched. I think the only thing we can do right now is change the mindset of the kids on the team, change the mindset of the Hex Center, change the mindset of what people think the University of Miami is by being a good football team. The only way we're going to change the mindsets and change things is to be a good football team and beat teams we're supposed to beat and go out there and compete at the highest level versus every school in the nation. And that's the first growing steps to becoming good.
Go ahead, Devin. Devin, you being quiet, Dev. Come on now. I got my girl on the phone, man.
I was just letting Mr. Highsmith, Zoe. My question is, coming from the NFL, coming back to college now, what type of, how can I say this? Everybody wants Miami to get back to where we used to be and what we're accustomed to seeing. How long, we asked Mr. Brad the same question, how long do you think that it will probably take Miami to get back to prominence? I mean, I know it's a reach, but
I don't think you can ever replicate the past, but what you can do is learn from the past. But you can build it better. And that's what I'm looking forward to. You can't bring back the past. You can respect the past and you understand the past. None of these kids are part of the past. They've heard about it. They understand the expectations. But the main thing we have to do is build a new infrastructure, a new mindset for these kids at the University of Miami. And it's imperative that we get the local kids to get behind the University of Miami. And these kids say, I want to make this a great place to play. I want my hometown to be an upper echelon of college football. I want to raise a national champ banner with the previous 5 teams that won national championships. And if we can get that, we can win again.
Let me jump in. So, fellas, Frank and Devin, me and my roomie, this is my brother, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we done stayed on the couches and houses and shared, you know what I'm saying, pizzas and everything else. One of the things that Alonzo had said years and years ago, and this before he even spoke this to existence as far as being in this position. He said if he ever got into that seat, and I'm going to hold your feet to the fire for this high because you told me this out your mouth, you would put every name of each player ever in the history that wore those numbers and let those kids understand they must know, part of like a SAT, but it's a FAT, is football aptitude test, where they must know who wore number 5 all the years of the history, who wore number 30, who wore number 6, the Santana Mosses, and who wore, I mean, those numbers. And you had mentioned, you had told me this, you want the history. A lot of these kids, they don't know history. You know what I'm saying? What makes you a better person, your mindset, when you go back and you see in the old regime, and we're not trying, like you said, we're not trying to compare these kids to us, no. But if they know exactly what the culture is and what the expectations, I think it's going to push them a little harder the days they want to quit. So if you want to touch on that, you know what I'm saying? Is that something still? Yeah.
Today's youth it's a total different youth than when I grew up and how we were as youngsters, because as youngsters, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have a lot of things. We didn't have the social media. And you collected football cards. You watched the games on Sundays. There wasn't as much viewership in it as it is now. Now everyone's got things to do. They're on the internet, social media. But, what I would like to do is introduce these kids to the path and let them learn where they come from, who wore these numbers, who was number 30, who was number 72, who was number 47, who was number 20. I want you kids to know that when you wear this number, think about the expectations every day you go out there on the practice field. Miami is legendary for practices. That's what made Miami what it was.
Sir.
Yes, we had a lot of talent, but we were legendary for our intensity, our practices, our work ethic. That's what made Miami what it is.
I guess it's safe to say that, a couple of 30 for 30s on ESPN just doesn't do any justice to understanding the history. And I get what you're saying. Like, you really need to understand, the number 47 and all those other numbers that came before. Let me ask you this. We talked with Mr. B on this, so I'm going to ask you this. So, your thoughts on the NIL. It's a hot button topic. You coming in, I know you're going to have to deal with a lot of this. What are your initial thoughts on just the NIL in general?
Well, I think one of the things with the NIL is you're going to have to be able to evaluate talent. Just because a magazine says he's a 5-star, we all know how that turns out. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to really evaluate these kids and make sure if he's going to get an NIL deal, he's worth the money. He's to me, I don't know what stars are. Actually, I have no clue, because when you tell me you're a 5-star, I'm expecting Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush, Jerome Brown, those type guys. You know what I mean? Right. So if you're not that, you're just another player in college to me. And if you work hard enough, you'll have an opportunity to get better. I have no clue what a 5-star means, because every time I see someone who's a 5-star, he's usually just an average player.
Right.
But that's part of the system. That's part of the world we live in. And, who ranks these kids? I have no clue who ranks these kids. But I personally, when you tell me you're a 5-star, well, I'm expecting Adrian Peterson. I'm expecting Vince Young. I'm expecting Reggie Bush. I'm expecting an elite talent. If you're not that, to me, you're just one of 1,000 players in college football who could become a good player if you work hard and you apply yourself.
That's what's up. Mr. B, I got a question for you. Sigmund wants to know, here it is right here. Will you have a role with Mr. Hasselman?
No, heck no. I don't like him like that. I don't want to be near that dude. that man get up. Listen, man, that man be up at 4 in the morning, and everybody know me. You know, Devin. Don't call me before 10 o'clock. Everybody who know me don't call me 10 o'clock. Him and Mario. What I just said before he got on, they gonna be like Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith. They be racing to the building to see who the first one gonna get there and put their key in the door between him and Mario. And them dudes like that, I don't sleep. Hey, hi, I talked about you with the boxing where you got knocked out every time in the first round and you'll come back and win all your fights. Tell them about that.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't get knocked out. You know, but that's I think I'm a high energy person, and I have a passion for football. That's all. I don't call myself unique in any way other than I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I've always been a hard worker. I've always tried to do more. I've tried to inspire other people. I've tried to bring my friends along with me to get to where we're trying to get, and let's all work together. And that's, I'm excited to work with Ed Reed. I'm excited to work with all the kids in the recruiting office. They're going to teach me some things, but hopefully I'll have some wisdom for them. And I can't teach Ed Reed about winning or anything like that. I'm looking forward to working with Ed Reed, putting our minds together and creating helping him and the rest of helping him and Mario and the athletic director create an urgency in the building that says we have to win now. We're not here for 2 years from now. Every day is a pressing need to get better, and everyone has to understand that.
Mr. Highsmith, as far as recruiting, like will you be? Is it a certain target area in Florida, or you just?
No, I think what we know is the state of Miami. We got to get the kids who are within 300-mile radius of Miami. Well, we're always going to go across the nation and cherry pick kids, but we got to get back to defining who our type of players are, what type of players play at Miami. So we're not just randomly recruiting. We have to identify our type of players.
There it is.
Switching gears for a second. So I'm going to ask you a question. We've had Mr. B on here. He's told us a lot of funny stories and stuff from back in y'all day. So I'm going to ask you, what's a moment, just a Zoe moment, a memorable Zoe moment that, I don't know, anything. It could be practice, it could be in a game, it could be a prank. What's one of the funnier moments or whatever that you remember during your time?
When Melvin got a brand new sky blue paint job on his car. And we took it out that night to a club. And this dude didn't know how to park. Just scraped the whole car
What kind of car you had, Mr. Highsmith? What car was it? What kind of blue car was it?
It was a Cutlass.
He got it,
okay.
Old school.
He got it painted sky blue. Man, it was a jacked up color, but hey, it was a ride, so we were all good.
Wow.
And then, so we're sitting in the car getting ready to get out. This man whips in the parking lot, just takes out the whole side of the car. And I was like, man, brand new. And then the other time, I think about in college when we were going to Big Daddy's, and Melvin said, "Man, you got to put on a tie. We got to get dressed up." And man, we got a flat tire. And I got to the club, pants dirty, hands dirty, shirt dirty, because we were on the ground trying to fix the car.
We know how to change the tire.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Cool, man. Yeah, we ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Listen, I gotta run, man.
Me too.
I'm kicked out. Yeah. So listen, fam, I love y'all, man. Dev. Hey,
I'll be back again.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Highsmith. We appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys.
All right.
And
love y'all.
Once again, congratulations and thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right, y'all too. All right, Mr. B.
I'm gonna ride out. Hold on. Let her get off.
Oh, you ride out? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride out for a little bit. Yeah. So
Okay,
listen,
okay.
man. Hey, dog. Listen, man. I'm a man of my word. I told y'all I was gonna make this happen, didn't I, little bro?
Yes, you did. And I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, bro.
So you know what that means, right?
Another round of surprise, man.
That means you got to give him some royalties off that intro.
What you say? No, I told you, man. Listen. hey, man, I made him sign the contract before he did it, man. I told him. And I got it by. Hey, man, but he showed me love, man. Cause Larry, he came. He got on the plane, man. He had something to do, bro. That's why I love it, man. I tell Jamal and Benny them this all the time, man. You know, I tell you this, man.
Yep.
Man, ain't nothing I won't do for this man, man. He's genuine. he had something to do. He got on the plane and came back and did it for me, man. Caught a flight in like at 6 that morning. And then he had to drive like an hour from the airport to get out the way we were, man, like north. So, man, you know I appreciate it, big bro. I love you, man. You already know.
No, and tell him it was snowing. And hey, listen.
Everybody know, man, stop lying.
Listen, it was
Keisha,
snowing.
what's up?
And then the man took me to the Waffle House afterwards, man.
Hey, man, stop lying, man. No, I did, y'all.
Oh, y'all crazy.
Mr. B, man. Man, we excited, man. We excited for this, man. We just want to see it come back to how it used to be, man. We looking forward to it, man. We looking forward to it.
Listen, man, y'all keep doing your thing. And listen, I'm telling y'all, you talk family. We're gonna bring Tommy Davidson on. I'm putting my name on this here. We're gonna bring comedian actor Tommy Davidson, my friend, my bruh, and you know Dale talked to him. I'm gonna bring him on here. Y'all talking about y'all get ready. The clown. Dog, listen, Larry Frank. You ain't ready to get a word in, man. You gonna be rolling, crying. You over there drinking that old fake water, that old pump water over there in 5 seconds. You gonna be spitting up water everywhere, dog. With this fool right here, get on here, me and him go to argue. We gonna go to argue and fight and everything. He is crazy, man. So I'm looking forward to getting y'all him. He a football junkie. He love the Vikings and he love the U. He's a big U guy, a real big time.
Most definitely.
That's what's up, man. Listen, man. We know you are over there in Aruba hanging out real good, man, and we just appreciate you coming on, man.
Yes.
So, man, you know,
appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Every time you come on, I'm sure you're gonna do numbers and throw it up in my face again.
Oh
so,
yeah, hey, listen, I ain't gonna be talking about this.
Look at it. Right here,
this one right here. You tell them old the Temptation dudes that came on, the three dudes, the Temptation, that dog, they can't touch me, dog. I got a rabbit in my hat. I don't pull a Highsmith, and then I'm gonna come back with Tommy Davis gonna top that one. And you tell those fake ass Benny Blades, I said,
Jamal. What you call? I told Jamal I'm a black Puerto Rican.
Hey, Jamal still using. He got perm juice. He be using perm juice for a hat. You gotta make that hat laid out. I
told you, Jamal.
No, Maul my dog. No, Maul my dog. He did a favor for me. Jamal, I love you, bro. I'm just joking, dog. Not you.
He on the show. Listen.
Hey, way on fake ass Benny Blaze that. I ain't talked to him.
He on there too. You said, hey, he was in there too. He just came in and put it back up here. Benny, you here? You better get him up.
Hey, hold on. Who's that Haitian sensation dude? Keep talking about Haitian. He don't know about no black rights.
That's Taz, man. That's Taz. What up, Taz?
Taz don't know about no black rights. Ask Taz, he know about black rights.
Taz, you hear him, Taz? He called the yacht, Taz. He said, you know the thing about black rights?
He don't know about black
rights. They go Benny Blade. We so fake ass Benny Blade.
Oh, Taz, the Haitian sensation. He don't know about the Zopound. He don't know about Zo. Listen, man, love y'all, bro, man. Let me get out of here, man. I gotta go to the new edition, man, and go check out Mary J, man. Love y'all, bro. I'll be back on Tuesday, fam.
Much love.
All right, man. All right, love you, man. I told you to get in.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, later, big bro. All right. The great Melvin Bratton, y'all, and the great Alonzo Highsmith, man, right here on our show, man, the People Show, man.
It's You Talk, baby.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Oh my God, bro, that's crazy, man. That dude is a fool, man. I told you. He's stupid, Larry Frank. He ain't got no sense.
That show with Tommy Davidson is gonna be legendary.
And man, he had me on the phone with that fool, man. Tommy's stupid, man. He was telling me and Mel the story, man. I'll tell you about it off the
Yeah.
He coming on, man. We gonna get Tommy. Look at Tad. Hey Tad, you heard him, Tad. Yeah, he was telling me MB a story, man. Boy, Larry, he had me dying laughing, bro. But yeah, we're gonna have Tommy Davis on. He's gonna come on, man. He's out of the country actually right now, but I wasn't gonna say now. I'll let MB tell you guys, but yeah, he's gonna come on. And we're gonna have a good time, man. He's a big Miami Hurricane fan, man. So there go Jamal. He wanna call now.
Bring him on here.
It's You Talk, man. Call us. State your name and where you calling from.
What it do? Hey, I'm gonna get him, man.
He might still be watching. He just got out of the weight room. Yeah, he just left, so he probably hear
You Talk.
What's up?
Hey, this all natural, man. I don't put no berries or juices.
He told me to tell you thank you too, man.
Yeah. You remember coming to America?
Yeah.
I want my
Soul Boat.
What
Cuban K, my brother.
Oh, boy, that ain't nothing but algebra.
B Mike, our brother.
Man, what the deal, man? What the deal, man?
Oh
Hey,
man, it ain't nothing. We just witnessed greatness, man. Just witnessed greatness, Jamal, man. They came on, man.
I mean, the thing about it, man, to hear that coming from your higher up, that got to get you energized, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you know they're committed to winning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just having that conversation with my cousin about a 5-star and a 4-star. I told him that don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing, man. Bass, know who that was? Who that was, Bass?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I told him, man, that doesn't mean anything, man. Hey, man, a 5 or a 4-star don't mean nothing.
Most definitely.
Ed Reed was a 2-star, and you saw how that turned out.
In, boy.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, yep. I mean, when you go to count them stars, I mean, like, if you playing around stars, if I'm out there and I'm playing around about eight other good guys, that make my job easier.
Right, preach, bro.
Yeah, that quarterback might have to get rid of the ball a little quicker than he wanted to, and I can get my interception that way and all of that because the pressure getting on him. Now, when you get there and you supposed to be the man and everybody equal, that's gonna play out then. It's what's in the heart when it comes to football.
Right.
Because when I played, boy, I felt like I couldn't be stopped.
Right.
I mean, I had that in my mind.
Right.
I felt like I was the best player out there.
You know what, Jamal? I think this is the one thing that people don't realize about these star ratings. In this day and age, the star ratings are not just given off of playing on a football game in a season with your team. A lot of times you get your stars at these camps. So when you're going to these camps, you're going up against other players that may not be as good as you, but those are the best players in the country that you're going up against. So it can lead. What's up, DJ? So it's basically you're going up against other players who you might get an extra star. They may rate you a 4, when in actuality you might be a 3. You see what I'm saying? So I think in a lot of ways that can mask your real talent. And then when you get to a university and now you're coming in as a quote unquote 4-star or a 5-star and you're a cornerback and you just straight getting burnt every play, there you go. So I think that's what it is.
Larry Frank, I believe, me personally, I believe they should get rid of those stars.
They should.
Because it get those kids a big head like, oh, I'm the man, I'm a 5-star. I'm a 4-star, and then they don't put in the effort because they thinking they already good, and they haven't done nothing. Every level you got to get better because every level is better competition.
Right, right.
It's just a proven fact.
Straight facts, straight facts. You call
and them stars got them delusional.
Yeah.
Kids get delusional about a star. But hey, man, and oh boy, I heard y'all talking earlier about the Nick Saban, man. My only question with that is, now, are you going to go back and investigate Nick Saban for all of those years like you did in Miami? And
honestly,
take scholarships from Alabama?
Honestly, Jamal, I'm going to be real. The NCAA ain't going to open no investigation. What I do think could happen, but it probably won't, but this is the only way that something could happen if this were to happen. I would think former assistants, when Jimbo gave that hint, go ask some of the guys that that worked for him. But I'm talking about the ones that maybe that's not working and doing anything right now. If those guys start talking, Kirby Smart ain't gonna say nothing, Jeremy Pruitt ain't gonna say nothing, Jimbo ain't gonna say nothing, because they got head coaching jobs. But if you start talking about guys that used to coach with him that maybe, I don't know, they're a line coach somewhere or a wide receivers coach somewhere, like a Will Muschamp, who ain't really doing nothing that I know of, if you're an analyst or something, those guys start speaking up, then it can open up a probe, I think.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. It didn't take nothing but a rumor from Miami for you to open it up for Miami.
Right.
A rumor went out, and then they opened it up. So, I mean, if you're going to be fair, it got to be a fair situation.
True.
Everybody know what's going on.
I agree.
Yeah, but
Everybody know what's going on.
We know what's going on, like you say, but are they gonna do it though? That's the
Is
thing.
Are they gonna be fair like they did
No.
Miami? I mean, a
No.
rumor started, you investigated it, and
No.
then you took scholarship.
Jamal, I'm gonna be real. They ain't gonna be fair because of two reasons. One, they hated Miami, and two, the NCAA loves Nick Saban.
Nick Saban.
Miami was
Saban.
hated, so it was easy to open it up on Miami because you hated Miami because Miami was everything that was anti-NCAA. We just had those two legends on here that were a part of that foundation that just were rebels. The NCAA hated it. Look at how they beat down everybody and stomped a mud hole in everybody, and the NCAA hated them. But on the flip side, they love Nick Saban, and they love Alabama as a brand. You know, Alabama is one of the darlings of college football, along with Notre Dame. So I agree with you. It's unfair, but it ain't gonna happen because of who it is.
Well, the playing field level now. So now
Yes.
we
Right.
got to see. Now we're gonna really see. We're gonna really see now if you a real good coach. Cause I mean, you can have all the best players and win. That don't mean you're the best coach.
Right.
True that.
Right.
True
right.
that.
Right. Well, he's gonna have to coach against the NIL now. He's gonna have to recruit against the NIL. So it's one thing when you out recruiting other coaches, but guess what? Last time I checked, Money been running things forever. So that's why he up here having fits and getting triggered like he was.
Yeah. But yeah, man, those guys, man, that was legendary, man. Hey, man, I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed that, and I mean it. I mean, listening to them, you know that they're dedicated. I mean, that gives you some reassurance on what you feel like gonna go on. And I love when he say we got to win now.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Most
But
definitely.
I mean, well, when you got when you got uppers that know that, and the practices like what we've been screaming, like now you know it ain't gonna be no more half-assing in practice.
Right.
You got to go.
Yep. Yep.
No more
Yeah,
hand
man, I
tackling.
don't
No
know
more
where-
hand tackling a donut.
Yeah, man, I don't know where all this.
See them days gone there.
Them days
Yeah,
gone,
man, I
man.
don't know where this cupcake football come from, man. Hey, man, I mean, but man, you got to love to practice. Just think about when you played.
The one thing
I
I'm
used to love
hoping,
practice.
the one thing I'm hoping that does happen, Jamal, in practice, that Mario brings back, and really all of them, because you got a lot of old school cats up in here that's now involved with the program. I hope that they change the narrative that you ain't just gonna come out here and play two-hand touch. We gonna make this like tell them, Mario, this is how we practice. Practices were worse than the games. Like the practices were so intense, the games were nothing. So this is what we're gonna do. And if you can establish that culture and they come out like that, boom.
Yes. Yes. Listen what that's going to bring back. Man, when you get in the game, you're going to be anxious to hit somebody.
That's right.
You're going to be anxious to tear somebody butt up.
Somebody with that opposite uniform.
But, hey,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm ready for November 11th.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready to get down. I'm ready to get to the ATL. And I'm ready to party. And I'm going to get on Melvin Bradley then, boy. It's all natural, man. It's all natural.
You gonna get all of we got the DJ. You got DJ Yes Sir up there. He in the chat right now.
DJ,
so,
man, the special guest DJ.
Yeah.
There you go, y'all. The Utah.
You got to tell
Hurricane
DJ to give you the
Bands,
mic.
man, the one and only, man. He will be there, man. He's gonna be on the ones and twos. That's our DJ right there, man. There you go, DJ Yes Sir on the screen, baby. If you in Atlanta on November the 11th for the Miami versus Georgia Tech game, you can get your tickets at Eventbrite, man. I'm gonna play the promo pretty soon here. But, man, please, if y'all can make it, man, we want you there. It's going to be nice, man. It's going to be legendary, man. So it's going to be special. You guys come to the city, man, and party with us, man. Most definitely.
Yeah,
man, Mr. Rayford, man, we appreciate you and love you, brother. Thank you, Mr. Rayford.
Well, all right, y'all fellas, man. I'm going to let y'all get back to it, man. I couldn't get on when MB was there, boy. But, boy, I was trying to get him, man.
All right, man, bro. I love you, man. You already know,
right,
man. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You too, bro. Later.
Take it easy.
All right. Jamal Davis, man.
It's you talk, baby.
my brother, man. What's good, man? What's going on, Larry Frank, man? Let's go ahead and do it, man. We got a caller. They ready to talk a little bit, Larry. I'm gonna take a
All
couple
right.
more. You
Hey,
good?
man. I'm good. Hey,
Okay.
man, I got my water. Let's get it. Like as Mr. B say, my fake water. Let's get it.
You talk. Hey, caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Oh, you already know who this is. I was going to make an appearance one way or the other.
Oh, is it the Italian Stallion? Is it the Italian Stallion on
Utah,
YouTube?
Italian
It's Utah,
Stallion
baby.
in the
Come on,
building.
James Freeman, talk to us.
What's happening, Jay?
Oh, man, I'm going to tell you something. I have had 14-hour days this last 10 days of work and so forth, but I wanted to make sure that I got on tonight and talked about the NIL. I'm sorry I missed the first part of the show and caught the tail end of the guys, but what an awesome thing to have them on. And you know I shared in our little brotherhood thing that we have on Facebook where I put that last Infinity Stone in Thanos' glove or what have you in the snap of the finger, and it's time to go. That's what I'm saying right there.
Absolutely.
When it comes to Miami football. But the truth of the matter is, guys, is that with Zoe now on board, I mean, Nick Saban is just one guy. He's had coaches come and go. And the truth of the matter is, and this is just facts right here, is we're just not one coach, we're not one coordinator, we're not just one player. We're becoming a program.
Yeah.
Something to be reckoned with, okay? And we're coming. And the disrespect is still there. Did anybody see that they announced the first 3 games already on the television?
Yeah,
ACC Network for the first 2, and we ain't even the ABC Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, 8 o'clock ABC game for Texas A&M. You look at the schedule and you name me one game better that weekend than those 2 teams. You can't.
There's
You
not.
can't. And we're at 9 o'clock on ESPN. Now, maybe there's some race or something going on that ABC's got going on, but I'm sorry. This was raw. They know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen. They just are going to put it on ESPN and not on ABC for the whole nation to take notice that the U's back. This is the type of game like Florida State 2000, wide right 3. This is the type of game like UCLA, back and forth, and you come back and win and you announce we're here. Okay, may not be all the way back, but we're here, and that's the most important thing that's coming. And the truth of the matter is that we've got to go out there and shine like we've never shined before. And I'll tell you this, I don't know if anybody else had caught, Zoe's done some other interviews with other affiliations that cover the Canes. And, he talked about a message that really struck to me, that he really wants to get to know these kids and really wants them to succeed, not just in football, but just in the game of life, honestly, and becoming men, proper men. And that really stuck to me about what this program has become now. It's not just what they do on the practice field. They've got the coaches. They're going to get the talent. But the thing is now they've got a nutrition program, a strength and conditioning program, how they get themselves mentally correct. And I really feel that this is the way to go about it. And there's not a damn thing the NCAA can do about it. There's not, and they better just like it. The new dynasty is coming, and they better sit back and just enjoy the ratings and the revenue that's going to come from it. And I'm going to tell you this: I don't know what the timetable is, but if anybody saw the schematic of the $100 million football facility that these guys have planned to build here, I mean, you could even see the smile on Mario's face. He was giddy all about it, honestly.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a state-of-the-art facility and is really going to put butts in the seat. But I do want to say this, because this is about the NIL as well, this show. Well, my one fear is, and I don't know if you touched on it, Larry, like I said, I didn't get to watch the first part of it, and I know how passionate you are about this, and we agree that these young men have to get paid. It's gone on too far long. Maybe it's happened. We know it's happened. But what I'm saying is that they all should get something, because at the end of the day, you can't live, especially with how the world is now and the prices of everything going up. How can they really expect somebody to eat and eat properly? You know what I mean? So the thing is that they do need to get taken care of now, because their lifespan in terms of this game can end in one practice, can end in one game, in one play. And so it's important that they make their money now. However, and I might sound like a hypocrite when I say it like this, the truth of the matter is that I want to give it to the guys that show up and have earned it. You know, great what you've done in high school, but what was the talent you were going up against? I'll tell you this, Tennessee, given that quarterback, and he looks like a fine young quarterback. I know we were in it until they offered that boy $8 million in NIL deal. And now all these quarterbacks, does anybody want to know why Miami hasn't gotten a quarterback yet? Because all those other guys might think they're better than that Nico guy. They might very well be. And the fact is they're looking for $9 million. And I'm just thinking to myself, listen, you're good. You're good, okay? But I'm sorry, you ain't Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady is that type of guy that would get that type of money to walk in if you knew what Tom Brady was going to become. Right. And there's no guarantees. Some players develop better, some don't. Some can contribute right away. We all know. But it takes certain positions 2 or 3 years before they're finally able to contribute like solidly. And then you got guys like the skill players that can come right in and, you know, really take off. And I know that doesn't make it fair, but it's a grown man's game. And it really has become more of a grown man's game. So the important part of it that I really want to stress is that there's some kind of rule in place that, you earn that type of money. I mean, like Tyler Van Dyke is the type of guy that could be making some big time money, if he has another season like what he showed. He's shown he can have it before, and look at that in that staff he was playing for. And the players that were around him. Now he's going to have a better offensive line, better skilled players, a better backfield with him to help him out, even get better backfield. And so I'm just saying that there should be almost some criteria involved with it, and not just give a kid right out of high school, because let's face it, guys, just as we know that the talent becomes very difficult and everybody's the same speed and even bigger when you go from college to the pros, it's a big time change from high school to college. What do you guys say about that?
I'll say this, getting back to the NIL, and I think I have an example that every Miami fan can probably co-sign with. The reason, or one of the reasons, or rather I should say one of the better examples that I can give to where the NIL is something that I don't think too many people need to shy away from and they need to embrace. Look at Malik Young. Go back and look at Malik Young.
Yep.
Malik Young, I won't say he would have been a first round pick, but I do believe that Malik Young, had he not gotten injured, would be on somebody's NFL roster right now. I think he was that good. I think he had enough heart that he could have made it. You need to have the NIL because for too long, you've had these type of situations that happen with Malik Young. Look, let's be honest. Let's go back in time. Willis McGahee in the national championship game. Yep. Now, he was fortunate enough to come back and parlay that into a pretty decent NFL career, but that could have been disastrous. When we all saw that leg twist, How about Frank Gore with the ACL tears? He was able to, fight through it and do everything. So you've had too many players that have not been lucky, or blessed, I should say, like Frank Gore and Willis McGahee. You've had a lot more Malik Youngs, many more that you don't hear about. So you know what? What is the problem with these guys getting compensated? Seriously. Now, do I feel they need to put a cap on it in some way or form? Well, you got to regulate it. It's just like anything else that you roll out. Remember, it wasn't the NCAA that approved this. It was the federal government that went ahead and did this. Well, actually, state governments first. State governments started doing the NIL because, if I remember, California was the first, and I think North Carolina was the second state government that said, you know what, we're going to allow our players to get compensated. Then the feds went ahead and jumped on it, and then, it just became everywhere across the country. The NCAA doesn't like it. They fought against it. But I mean, here's the thing. How fair is it for people in the stands to be wearing my jersey and I'm eating ramen noodles and not getting paid? All those years, like when Mel B was, Mel B is a perfect example. Remember when he blew his knee out? And once again, he was blessed enough to shake back and get drafted and but once again, that could not have happened. So you have to have it. I think it's overdue. And it should have been. It should have been happening,
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And to piggyback off of what Larry was saying, you talked about Willis McGahee. Look at what he had done up until that point. right
Yes.
there before the national championship game. You see, he took out an insurance policy, and albeit it was through Lloyd's of London because they offer certain types of deals and so forth. I think that another player that got something like that because of just the star power and how much money he could have costed had he gotten her was like a Zion Williamson a couple years ago and so forth, before he hadn't even had the year that a Willis McGahee had. I know it's different sports,
Right.
but the problem is that, you know, these guys were spectacular, and you knew that they were going to get, like, you know, first pick type money, you know. And
Yes.
so, but like you said, you know, as good as Malik Young was, and I think he was a great player. I think that he was the heart and soul of our team. You go back in those 2017 games, he was right there on every play. And the sad part about it is that we unfortunately lost him too soon. You throw him on Richards out there too. That's another guy that could have definitely been drafted. So
Yes.
where's their money at? You know,
Right.
but they proved themselves, and that's where I just have, like, you know, they do need to get it, because unless you're already a guy that's established and you take out an insurance policy like that in case you get hurt in the big game, truth be told, this is why you see guys sitting out in bowl games and everything that don't matter. Obviously, Willis wouldn't have sat out of the national championship game, but if they had fallen short and just gone to the Orange Bowl, you know, maybe he don't play in that game because you're guaranteed a top 3 pick and so forth. And realistically, it's just to win the Orange Bowl. It's not the national championship game. I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it. I mean, this is their futures, and the shelf life of a tailback or even any position, it can be over in one play. So I agree completely. They need to get paid. The one thing that I just have is that there are certain guys that definitely deserve more than others. And the thing is that when you put this unrealistic type money out there, and some schools can do others, which points me into recruiting. You know, a lot of Miami fans right now are wondering when the commits are going to come. And the truth of it is that I'm almost curious. Winning solves things, but at the same time, if somebody can get paid the same amount, you know, maybe losing for the next 3 years isn't so bad if you're getting paid a good amount of money and still can make the pros. I mean, that's the truth of it.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if there are some guys, especially down there in Florida, that are waiting to see who's the highest bidder. And I get it. It's the game that we're in. But how many guys have we thought, oh, can't miss prospect, going to be a surefire thing, doesn't even have an injury, and is a complete dud when he shows up? That's been the story for Miami, unfortunately for us, and I hate to be that way because I love all the guys that don the U. But at the same time, let's be realistic. We know some of those guys should never have been players here at the U. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
And you still got some guys on the team that you're weeding it out. But my point is that I want to get sure that we don't get bamboozled either by some guys. And I know that they're going to do it the right way with our NIL deals, because look at, I mean, this, from top to bottom, this is an organization. This is a true business for once, not some athletic department run by yo-yos. But realistically, we got it from the top to the bottom. Radakovich, Zonal, Mario, everybody below. They all have a role, and they just got to go right now, honestly. And the thing is I just don't want them to get bamboozled by certain kids and or programs. And I think they're smart enough to not allow that to happen. But at the same time, you can never, you know, sometimes things aren't a guarantee, and that's a risk, like in all things. But at the same time, I hate the fact that we couldn't have done this 3 years ago, because I think with what's going on right now, NIL is going to be a game changer for a lot of programs, depending on who has the boosters and the money involved to make it happen the correct way. And I just think that we're still ahead of the ball game, but the landscape is tougher with NIL money now when it comes to the recruits and where they're going to go to the highest bidder, and not where they could properly become the best coach, the best players to get to the NFL.
Real quick, James, real quick, while it's on my mind,
Yeah.
I think it's important to denote that if you look at all of the schools, all the Power 5 schools, all the big-time players, I think it's safe to say that Miami has the perfect balance of great coaching, a great staff, in conjunction with the potential for NIL deals and NIL money. Because you don't have the same amount of money in other places. You may have better coaching in other places, but you don't have the same NIL sources and the same sources or amounts of NIL money that can be distributed say like in Clemson or whatever right now. You know, you can pretty much say Dabo may be the better coach, but you don't have necessarily more money in Clemson than you have in Miami. So I think you have that balance where if Mario can do what he has to do on the coaching side, you'll have good coaching in conjunction with NIL opportunities. And I think that's going to be the ultimate formula to bring in the best of the best. Now, you're going to have some places like A&M. Listen, A&M, they went 4-4 in the SEC, 8-4 overall.
Mm-hmm.
But they got a boatload of money more. They got more money in Texas. Nobody can compete with all money in Texas and all the A&M boosters and alumni and stuff like that. So they're gonna get theirs. The University of Texas with the 50,000 for the offensive lineman. You know, if you're third string offensive lineman, you're getting paid $50K. Some things you're not gonna compete with, but that's where you get what you got, get the cards that you're dealt, play them, and if we see them, as we will see on September 17th, okay, you got the better players, but guess what? Or now I ain't gonna say the better players. You got the more high-profile players, but at the end of the day, guess what? We got the better coaching, because I still believe Mario's a better coach than Jimbo. So let's see how he plays on the field.
I mean, absolutely. And one last thing to piggyback off of that, because you're so knowledgeable about this, Larry, and so passionate like I am about it. You know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to these things. And the truth of it is that, yes, the results on the field will speak for themselves. And the coaching, I mean, because let me just tell you this. And here's why Zoe is so important. This is my last point about Zoe. Look at what he's done. He has helped evaluate talent, scout talent, help build NFL teams into contenders these last 15 or so years, you know, even further back and so forth. And the thing is if that guy even gets to speak to recruits, I don't know what if there's violations of that, I can't even pretend to know. But the thing is, he's an actual employee, he's that. If he gets to speak to the recruits and their parents and so forth like that, he will look them all straight in the eye and tell them, it takes hard work. This is what it takes. This is what they're looking for. And you will get all of these advantages here. You know, we'll get you some NIL, but at the same time, you got to earn your keep and so forth, because I promise you, it's going to be something from here to there. And I'm not going to speak for the man, but the man knows what's needed to win, what it takes to win, and what it takes to succeed, to not only be great at this university and be a legend here, but to be a legend like so many that are enshrined in Canton, in the NFL, that did come through this program. I love you guys. Go Canes. A lot of great things happening, and I can't wait for Atlanta in November.
Much love, brother. Appreciate you. Thank
Much
you.
love, guys. Take care.
Love you too, brother, man.
Right.
You take care. Yeah,
it's you talk, baby.
And he always bring it when he called, man. Him and Larry Frank, these are these guys know their stuff, y'all. And I'm blessed to have them, man, on here, man, on Utah, man. Yeah, I tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate you all the time. James Freeman, man, the same for you too, brother. Love you guys, all of y'all, man. Larry Frank, let's get ready to take it on in for the night, man. Let's go ahead and give you the parting words, man.
Hey, man, I had no idea. Devin had no idea that when we started the show that we was going to be talking to the newly hired GM of the Miami Hurricanes football program. But hey, man, that's what you get. Hey, smash that like button. Tell a Cane. Tell all your Cane family, Cane friends. Tell anybody that's a Cane fan, man. Utah, that's where it's at.
Man, we appreciate you guys like always. I mean, I just want to call out some names, man. Like I say, man, Mr. William Merriweather, King Kyle, our brother Darryl Rayford, Benny Berry, Jamal Davis, man, Keisha, DJ, yes sir, our guy Eric Murray, Cuban Kane, our brother George Diaz, what it do, Brian McKenzie, Taz Asian Kane, Keisha Hibbert, what's up, Keisha Signal. Yes. Shout out to John Foch, man. Shout out to everybody, man.
Cold
B Hawk
Breezy.
75, Cold Breezy, man. Man, just the whole family, man. We appreciate the support, like always, man. And you know, we want to send our prayers, like Mr. B say, man, to those kids and those families out there in Uvalde, Texas. Yeah. You know, and the tragedy out there, man. We praying for you all, and we all of us got kids.
Yeah.
I got an 8 and a 10-year-old daughter, and like he was saying, man, that could have been one of our kids, man. So let's keep these people uplifted in our prayers, and like you say, everybody be careful, and stay safe. We praying for you guys out there. We love y'all, and we're sorry about that tragedy, man.
Yes.
So God bless you guys, and like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks we'll be back. And like I say, you guys, I'm sorry for the inconsistency right now. We just, we're waiting till it get a little bit closer. We got a lot of things that's going on, me and Frank, man. But we love you guys. I know you always don't know and you don't get the notifications, but things will be back to normal here in the next couple of months or so. We'll have everything back. So for right now, we're still gonna be going every 2 weeks until we get some stuff taken care of, man. So love all you guys. It's been real. Larry, Frank, man, thank you as always, man. And
My pleasure,
go
brother.
Cuban K, man. You've been kind of quiet tonight, man. I see you right now. It's 40-33 with your Heat. I'm praying that the Celtics, much as I hate the Celtics, man, but I'm praying that they get this win tonight.
I can't stand them, and I hope they come back and win.
What'd you say, Frank?
I can't stand Boston, but I hope they come back and win. Go Celtics. Let's go, Jason Tatum.
Utah family, man, it's been real, man. We love y'all guys, man. Y'all know how we start every show, and you know how we end every show. Mark Stamper, what it do? It ain't no us without you,
Without
baby.
you, baby.
And we out, man. We're gonna take you out, man, with the promo, man, for the party, man. Love you guys, man. November 11th. It's Utah, baby.
It's you talk, baby.